Artie Lang reporting May 18th from the 33rd floor of beautiful $6.69 Vincenzo Gold, crypto investing studio overlooking gorgeous Lake Superior ones in a 100-year silver bull market, continues the precious bullion pushing past $31 per ounce, hyperpump, and all-time highs of $50, end of 2024. Why hasn't the media told you about generational wealth transfer? The simple truth, criminal gangsters and media manipulation orchestrated and executed flawlessly, suppression of valuable information on gold and silver bullion, smash free subscription down below, and make life-changing investments with Pan American up 100%, First Majestic Silver up 56. 69. Kinross Gold up 53. 33% Barrick Gold and B2G. I believe 5 to 10x will happen with this portfolio. I'm not a financial advisor. These are only my own personal opinion on the market. Peace and love.
Bell notification, and most importantly, subscribe down below. Good 18th day of May, if we can believe this already, steadily marching our way towards Memorial Day weekend and the official start of summertime on a gorgeous, glowing, spectacularly beautiful sunrise here with not a cloud in the sky and this deepening late spring blue skies in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois with a current official temperature of 59 degrees J at the Central Illinois Airport in Bloomington. And we ask you for free to bell notification to get that truth, integrity, entertainment, and information you've come to expect and deserve, as I am not a financial advisor. These are only my own personal opinions on the market and what I'm actually doing. And we've had a phenomenal push and pump in the gold and silver bullion and the Bitcoin price, and we're going to get into that. But the dollar has been declining. All of VINCENZO'S holdings, Rivian was up about 4%, Barrick Gold 2%, B2 Gold finally getting off the canvas 3.5% almost. Silver bullion, one of the best days I've seen in a very long time, nearly 6.5%. Gold bullion 1.5%, slightly over $38 an ounce. Platinum $23 an ounce. Kinross Gold 2%. And you can see Kinross Gold year to date. Let's see some of these year to dates. Kinross Gold is up 32% year to date. Right? Fortuna Silver is up 51.69% year to date. These are all holdings that I have, and these are all holdings that I've been showing you my buying process over the past 5.5 years. Pan America Silver, and they all do pay dividends except Fortuna. Pan America Silver is up 33.29%. First Majestic Silver is up 29.53% this year. And Impala Platinum 33%. VOD 11%, right? And the physical platinum metal basket 18%. As you can see, the physical metals have been doing phenomenally well. And our portfolio did have its best day we've ever had since 2019, since we've been investing in gold and silver bullion. We did pick up 400 more shares of B2 Gold, since seeing as it's still below $3 on Robinhood, so we decided to take that. First Majestic Silver had a phenomenal day, 8% up. We're up 63.56% on First Majestic Silver here. And then we do have Barrick Gold, 224 shares, and we're up 4.57%. And then Rivian did get off the canvas for us a little bit. We were up 2.96% on 333 shares. But emergency alert from Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing hedge fund. We do have our first one bagger. We've told you there will be many 3 to 5, maybe potentially 10 baggers in this once in a lifetime silver bull market. And unfortunately, our first one bagger, we only had 200 shares, and we are up 100.34% in Fortuna Silver. First Majestic Silver on these 300 shares on Charles Schwab, we're up 27.15%. Kinross Gold, we're up 53.24% at the close. Pan America Silver, we're up 30.36%. And then we're down 38.08% on our Rivian 85 shares here that we bought. For our equity totals, we're up 22.66% right now up here in these equities that we have. And it was a phenomenal day. And on Charles Schwab, we were up $721 or 3.99%, bringing our account value. It's actually slightly higher than that because I got to finish paying off $2,100 of margin. So our account value is actually $20,900 and change, slightly below $21,000 after a $721 up day. You can see the chart's been consistently up recently over the past about 6 months, and we do collect $385.20 or $32.10 a month and dividends along the way. But those are just some of the stocks that I own. People are interested in the stuff that I do buy, but I do believe that the silver and gold bullion bull market, especially the silver bull market, is just getting started. And I believe these mining shares, like that one bagger, I think there's going to be plenty of 3 to 5 baggers in that group, and we're approaching our second one bagger with Kinross Gold, and we're going to continue to watch that as they are a very profitable company. They're based in North America, Canada, but they have most of their mining operations in Canada and the US, which is very critical. But a quick update on the gold stocks. After that phenomenal week, you can see B2 Gold is down. It's way suppressed. And I believe this thing is going... Oh, I forgot this was on. I believe this thing is going to continue to pump and pump big. And B2 Gold, I think, is still very, very cheap. And that's why I picked up those additional 400 shares. Let's get rid of this. This is disgusting. Can't see anything. I did pick up those additional 400 shares, which brings my grand total of shares between all of my sites that I have it on. We're approaching 3,000 shares of B2 Gold. I believe my overall position is valued at about $8,000. And I am anticipating, as soon as we break back above this $3, I think we're going to have a big pump. Sort of like when you had this overhead resistance and then you finally broke it, had a massive pump, consolidation, massive pump, and then the big bear market that we've been in. And from top of the bull market in 2021 to now, we're down. We cleared about 75, maybe 80% from peak to trough. We were down nearly 69%, right? And now we're starting to rebound. Could this continue to go down? Because gold's at an all-time high. You would have expected with a 50%, 40% gold bottom to top push to new all-time highs threatening $2,500. You would expect B2 Gold to at least be approaching the $7.63 level back here from its 21 high, and then we had the big decline with the big sell-off, but it hasn't done it yet when most of these other mining companies have. If you look at the Kinross Gold chart, which we can pull up real quick, the Kinross Gold chart shows you exactly what I'm talking about. See, Kinross did the same thing. We had our big high up here in the 2021 pump, and then we came all the way back down, the same thing as B2 Gold, into these critical support levels, and now Kinross has had that nice rally. And it broke past out of here and did have that huge run back up, and we just breached $8, which is probably 100% move from its more than 100% move from its bottom to its top. It's up 168%, and I think that's something that B2 Gold is about to do. Their earnings per share are being revised up for forward-looking earnings. Their dividend payments are solid. They mined a phenomenal amount of gold last year. They did very good mining. Their profit is starting to turn around, and they have a very, very strong forward-looking earnings report the next 12 to 18 months. And I believe that their share price will reflect that, especially with that very attractive dividend in the mining sphere, which usually you don't see. And I believe we're going to start to see over the next 4 to 12 weeks, we start to bottom out and we start to trade back up towards that $5 mark. And I think it's going to be a very, very good trade for old Vincenzo. And then our portfolio can really take off. Kinross Gold, I'm still very bullish on. I think we are going to retest this 2021 high here soon. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out now. And then could we have some kind of big consolidation? There could be, or what could actually happen is we get up here, we have a nice consolidation, maybe 20-25%, and then we continue off into the bull run and make a run at this, what would be a fantastic target from a $4.98 or whatever I'm at, and this average price of an $18 Kinross Gold. And I want to live in a world with an $18 Kinross Gold. I want to live in a world with a $20 Fortuna silver, but you can see Fortuna silver, our 100 bagger, I still think we're coming all the way back up here to $10. I think we got another 100+% to move. And then there could be some kind of big consolidation. But what I'm thinking in Fortuna silver with this once in a 100-year silver bull market is I think we could get where this is a fairly new company in the mining sphere where we got rejected once, we got rejected twice, we got rejected 3 times. I think in this bull run with silver pushing $50, I think we might actually blow past this, and we might come into price discovery, and we might, you might see something spectacularly that you dream of in the mining sphere, where you get a fortuitous silver that bust out of this old major highs from bear market. We had bull market pump in 2016 and quickly sold off. Then we had bull market COVID, quickly sold off. And now we're in a once in a generation silver pump, and we could break these old all-time highs. And somebody that bought below this major level anywhere down here, and you ride the pump, you could be looking at a 5, 6, potentially 10 bagger here, as we're in at about $2.84. And if we get up into the $16 range, you're looking at a 5 bagger. If we get up into the $20 range, you're looking at a 10 bagger, right? And I think Fortuna Silver could do that. Pan America Silver, I think, will do the same thing and breach its triple top. You can see we had back here in 2008 run up, then tank. Then we had back here quickly recovery into 2011 and tank. And then we had to 2016 get off the canvas. Precious metals are still a trade. And then the sell-off. And then we had the COVID euphoria. And then the dump. And now we're in that silver bull market. And I think silver with $50, this is coming up back up to its all-time high. And this is another one that I believe could 4, 5, or 6, or maybe 10x, and could potentially one day be a $100 company, right? Not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or trade anything. I'm just showing you what I'm looking at, my own personal opinions. Just like this dinosaur back here was trying to tell you something at the start of this chart. And I'm showing you what I'm doing and potentially, hopefully, making life-changing gains. Or at least my goal with that $23,000 in the mining share, if things went right, maybe we could get that up to $50,000 to $75,000 in appreciation, and I could sell it and use that to pay off the rest of this house that I want to buy, right? But the Bitcoin price, that's just my own personal, what I'm doing. But the Bitcoin price, we can see if we get back into the 4-hourly. We had this nice rally. We came up into the 67,000 upper resistance of the rising channel that we broke back into here, but then got a nice bounce, and we've actually had a nice relief rally back to the upside, right? We got some upper resistances that we were trading in. We can get rid of this. We don't really need these anymore. That we were trading in, but we've broken out of that local wedge. If we continue to stay bullish, your next target, you want to make a run at 69,333.19, and then ultimately try to make a run at 73,000 and a new all-time high. And that's the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is the volume comes on. You trade sideways to up along this rising channel, and then eventually come on down and actually do dump down and hit some of these lower targets again at 59,000, and then eventually the lower support of this rising channel. But if you get bullish, you could continue to pump up and maybe breach a new all-time high, and then we would be in price discovery, and then that would be something fantastic. AMP, I am still in the trade. I still do think we might have a big pump in AMP. I do have $1,000 in AMP. I bought it, I don't know, about a week ago now, somewhere back in here. I don't remember the exact price. It's either even now after this bounce off of that support level, or I'm slightly down, or even, either or. There's nothing big either way, but I'm still playing a potential pump, an AMP. But the two scenarios are either you have a phenomenal run and try to make a run at this 0.02496, or you have a big dump. And then you get hammered, fleeced, heisted, and shysted, and you got to sit there and hold something down 30 to 50% and hope for a quick recovery, and then the euphoric run sometime later on in this bull market. But I am in a traded AMP just to keep you guys updated. XRP is sitting here trying to bounce. It's at the moving average, and we're still waiting to see if we can't come up to this 80 cents and breach this major upper overhead resistance in this blue trading zone. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love.